In November last year, 27-year-old Carl Schoombie was dragged from an Uber taxi in Cape Town and assaulted following an altercation at the Tiger nightclub in Claremont. He later died from his injuries. His brother Lee joins us in studio this afternoon after he recently started the campaign Justice for Carl, where he is raising funds to offer reward money in catching the suspects. Lee, thank you very much for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks,
and
Nick.
first of all, condolences from us to you and your family. What have the last couple of months been like?
Oh, Nick, I don't know. Lots of people have asked me that. It's difficult to put into words. You never really think it's going to happen to you, and when it does, I don't know. It's emotions that are totally mixed. Devastating, I think, is the first word that comes. I mean, just trying to deal with it, it's quite surreal. I don't think it's totally hit me yet. I've been keeping busy with, looking for the other suspect, trying to stay strong for the family and that. But yeah, pretty devastating and tough. It's been a rough road. But yeah, we're getting there, and every road is, every road you can get through, and it's just going to take some time.
I'm sure. So one suspect has appeared in court, Lee. I'm sure it's quite tough to talk about, but do you mind just relaying the events of that night? Because there have been some mixed reports.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I believe your brother was not actually involved in this altercation at Tiger.
Yes, no, absolutely, Nick. So my brother met up with a mate and two of his friends. They were out in town and then ended up at the Tiger nightclub. They were in the nightclub, and there was an altercation with the two suspects and two other guys that my brother and them weren't associated with at all. There was an altercation. My brother and his friends were totally oblivious of this fight. They didn't even know that there was an altercation in the club. The two suspects.
Have you since sort of been made aware of what the altercation was about?
No, I'm not too sure. I've tried to make contact with the guys that were in the altercation. They haven't given me much information. But yeah, the two suspects then were kicked out of the club. The other two guys that were in the altercation were led out the back fire exit for their safety, because they were worried about their lives. They were then kicked out, and my brother and them left the club. The four of them jumped into an Uber and headed home, still oblivious that there was anyone even following them. According to the Uber driver, he then picked up that someone was tailing them, and he tried to, try get them off his tail, and unfortunately he went up a cul-de-sac. Once he'd realized he was up a cul-de-sac, he turned around, and there were these bright lights coming towards the car, and then they cut the Uber off from the road. And two suspects then got out the vehicle and started bashing on the Uber, saying that everyone must get out the car and threatening them. My brother and his mate got out the car. Obviously, they had no idea what was going on, but my brother tried to speak to the suspect and say, "Guys, you guys are with the wrong people here. We've got no idea what you guys are on about. Please, understand it wasn't us who you're looking for." And obviously, they didn't listen to that at all. And I went on to beating my brother. Right there for which I believe for quite a while, with which I believe intent to kill him.
And the other witnesses that were present, none of them were assaulted, you were saying?
Not that I know of, not physically assaulted. I think they
Have
were
you spent
threatened.
much time talking to them since then? And
I have spoken. It's been very hard for them as well. You can imagine witnessing that.
I'm sure.
But I do believe they were threatened with their lives, saying that if they do anything, they will be killed. I'm not too sure the exact actions of them in that, but I do believe that they were in shock when this did happen.
So now the one suspect that has appeared in court, you were telling me earlier off air that that you were quite active in acquiring CCTV footage, and this guy was eventually identified. So yeah, I mean, you see pretty much a sure bet. And
Yeah, absolutely.
what information has he given about the other suspect?
Look, I don't know too much about the ongoing investigation, and I can't speak of it. I haven't been given information either. But he is one of the suspects that was on the footage, and the witnesses have identified him to being there on the scene. So he was arrested, but he's out on bail now at the moment.
Okay, and with a record of this kind of thing that you know of?
The
suspect that has been
the suspect that's in that has been caught. I don't think he's got much of a record, but the other suspect has got quite a rap sheet, it seems, for previous criminal offences, warrants for arrest. That they are looking for him in other towns, as from early as 99, 2007. He's been wanted, so it seems to me that he's a career criminal. He thrives off taking from other people and living at their expenses.
And is this based on information from witnesses, from the CCTV footage, from the other suspect, or?
Correct. I've just with the Justice for Coal campaign. I've had a lot of information brought towards, given to me from people. And I've also dug into it a bit and asked questions, and it is. I mean, police have put out that he is wanted in other areas, and that he has had previous criminal offences, but not that I'm aware of such of murder as such. But if you ask me, the brutality of what he did, it's not his first time that he's done something like that. And definitely not his last if he's out on the streets.